Wow, 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 wow. Okay, it's the return of these crazy ass characters, Panty and Stocking. Hey, but before we get started on this video, check out my background. Check it out. I just got it today. Look at it. Look at it. Now respect it. Yeah, I'm really happy with this background. Anyways, let's get started with the video, yeah? Yeah, man, it's the return of Panty and Stocking Season 2, right? And this show was so crazy because it came out in 2010. Some of y'all weren't even born yet. Some of them were like, some of you guys were in diapers and stuff, man. Some of you guys were still like, you know, pooping your bed and stuff. It's crazy. This show came out like, what, like a good, holy moly, dude. This show came out like 14 years ago, okay? It was a completely different era of anime. What the hell, dude? I'm talking about, this was pre-Studio Trigger, pre-Kill la Kill. This was when Funimation was king. And dude, Crunchyroll was like a pirating, I can't say it, hold on. Pirating. You know what I mean? Like they would steal anime and stream it for you guys. It's crazy how things change, you know? It was a pirate, I can't say the word, pirated website for anime. Yeah, it's been a minute since Panty and Stocking. Now, one of the things that I want to like let you guys know before we talk about season 2 of Panty and Stocking is like, I guess the exposure I had to it and when it first like aired, right? Dude, this thing when it came out, it was like, it was more of an American cartoon mixed with a Japanese art style, right? Something like South Park and anime. It was something so crazy, like just the words, like the characters would be saying bad words, like just like really crude humor, right? Really like intense humor, something you would see on Adult Swim, like Aqua Teen Hunger Force meets like freaking, I don't know, Sailor Moon or something, right? So random. And dude, everybody was talking about the show when it aired in school. I remember going like, dude, is this even anime? Like, you know, of course it's anime, but you know, like we were like younger fans, dude. Like we didn't know what the heck was, why were they like cussing so many bad words, you know? We were even more surprised when Funimation got a hold of it. All right, but let me tell you something, right? Even though the show was really like crude humor, I think I saw like here and there. I'm not gonna tell you that like I saw it all, right? But I was able to see a good majority of the episodes. But one thing that really like stuck me to the show is like its music, its soundtrack, right? Everybody knows what's his name, like Teddy Lloyd. I think after this anime, he became even more popular, like with the anime culture, like appearing in like Anime Expo and events and stuff. So good for that fool. And they made the soundtrack Fly Away, which if you know, I mean, I'm sure if you've been in the anime world or Panty and Stocking or something like that, like you know this song, right? But my favorite song from this anime is like the Fallen Angel, and that's the ending thing. It's really sweet, really calm. If I remember right, it was made because like the show is so crazy with like sexuality and crude humor that like that song was meant to relax you, which it's a good song. I still listen to it till this day. So yeah, I'm not too sure. Here, let me Google it. Ooh, we got technology, so I could just look it up. Hold on, give me a sec. Okay, I guess not. Well, it would have been a great show for Adult Swim because of the humor, like the violence, like everything, right? Yeah, I guess it wasn't on Adult Swim. I could have swore it was, but I guess not, you know? Maybe with the new season that's coming up, they might like recatch a newer audience, like re-air it on Adult Swim, and that way, like when season 2 drops in the summer, you know, people will be more into it. All right, now if you guys haven't seen like Panty and Stocking, I'm not gonna fully like spoil it, and this is kind of on me because I need to go back and rewatch it. The season 2 is coming out in the summer of 2025, so only like a month or two from now, right? Probably when the Superman movie drops. But anyways, it does leave off. I remember like that there's a little cliffhanger towards the end, and it just like, we were expecting a season 2, but like we thought it was gonna come out like a year or two later, right? It never came out, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. But before we do that, look at my background. Look at my background. Look at it. Now respect it. All right, so the director for Panty and Stocking is called, I can't read Japanese, hold on. Hiroyuki Imaishi. Yeah, he's the director of Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill. By the way, if you're new to the channel, like I have a Kill la Kill anime retro unboxing that you guys should check it out. I'll put it right here. But yeah, I did an unboxing for Kill la Kill and maybe a Gurren Lagann one in the future, right? So yeah, so he directed those two shows, right? And you can tell that this guy is like nuts. He's very cool. Like his anime is so wild. Like everything's moving. So many dynamic parts to this. So for him to like not do Panty and Stocking, there's a reason. When the first season of Panty and Stocking ended in 2010, right? And it left off on a cliffhanger. And I think he did want to finish it off. But the thing is that he jumped studios. He went from Studio Gainax to Studio Trigger. Like Trigger is, from what I remember, it was him and like a couple of his homies. They opened up a studio because they wanted to be more, they wanted to have more freedom, like after the success of Gurren Lagann. So here's my theory. I'm sure somebody on the internet knows exactly what's up, but like my theory is that like since he jumped studios, Panty and Stocking was actually like at Studio Gainax, right? So what that means is that like there were probably rights like that, like even though like he like directed the show, since he jumped studios, he couldn't work on the season 2 of Panty and Stocking because he was in Studio Trigger. And I'm assuming why it took like almost 15 years for them to make season 2 is because they were waiting for the rights and licenses to expire, and that way they can transfer over the anime to Studio Trigger, is what I'm assuming, all right? I'm no zoologist. Yeah, and so now after like 15 years of waiting, I'm assuming before the rights of Panty and Stocking, we're finally getting the second season of this crazy, sexy, and really wild show. If you haven't seen it, man, I'm not exaggerating. It's really weird. It's really crazy. It's like, it's very crude, horny. You know what I'm talking about, right? And I'm actually interested to see on how it does in the current anime landscape, because the landscape back then was a little wilder. You got like really horny shows, like just doing whatever. Like some of them didn't even have a plot, like or like some of them did. Like, you know, that was back then when I think High School of the Dead was around, Sekirei, all these really like perverted shows, like what's it called, like Cat Planet Cuties and stuff. So I'm really curious to see how it's gonna do in this current anime landscape, because now it's so different. Now it's like, yeah, you got your fan service, but like people change, man. So we'll just see how it does. I'm actually very interested in like how they're gonna do it, like how, if it's gonna be like censored or as wild as the first season, right? So yeah, man, for like future Panty and Stocking videos or any anime in general, make sure to give me a sub, and yeah, comment. Look at my background. Look at it. Now respect it.